stock, sauce, everything from a whole bird. We're going to break it down, make a stock, show you how to cook the perfect chicken supreme whilst taking it from a whole bird, making a mushroom sauce, and that's it. Okay? Okay, so to break down the chicken, take the chicken knuckles off. There we go, boom. Take these wing ends off. Boom, it's going in the stock today. You can save it and do a chicken wing dish. But today, I'm going to keep it in the stock. So I'll just cut between the breast and the leg. That's the leg off. One leg off. Two leg off. And that chicken oyster. Boom. Okay, so to keep this chicken, you want to keep the chicken on the breastbone, because then we can make sure we cook it beautiful and succulent. Staying on the breastbone, we'll carve it off after. Okay, so cut down. Yeah. And then you've got this carcass here. Okay, so you got the two chicken, which is on the breastbone. Got the carcass, the wings. The other thing that we are going to do here, we're just going to cut it into its own portions with the bone in. Okay, so that's the one leg and the drumstick. Leg, drumsticks, perfect now for doing like a cassoulet, French, sort of like a nice slow cooked chicken dish. You've got it all broken up into its different parts. You could take these breasts into half. Tomorrow night I'd make like a Thai curry or make a chicken stew or something like that. In the meantime, what we can do is make a chicken stock. So that requires us to chop up the chicken bones, give them a bit of colour in this stock pot, which would allow us, basically what this allows us to do is get extra flavour from our carcass. And with the wings as well. You don't have to use the wings up. Also, we've got some extra carcass here from a bird that I used earlier. So I'm going to shove that in as well. So you can keep the carcass until you've got enough to make like a good amount of stock. Give me a full stock. Just a bit of rough rounding off. Always good to just give your stock a little bit of seasoning at the beginning. A bit of salt. Just gonna let that chicken get a little bit of colour, and in the meantime, we'll cut up the mirepoix. Okay, so mirepoix, carrot, onion, celery, and some garlic. Okay. Garlic, you can just, if it's like this, you can just crush it in the bowl. A few cloves of garlic, just one carrot, roughly chopped. Straight down the middle, into quarters. So mirepoix is classic carrot, onion, celery, sometimes leeks, and they are used traditionally in making stocks, sauces, stews, all of that sort of like pastas, ragus. They're a base. They're a base. They add lots of flavour. You know, a lot of sweetness comes from the vegetables. So that's an important part of adding in flavour to these stocks early on. And then we've got all the other things, the aromats, the garlic, the thyme, the rosemary. And you can sort of like, you can funk up a stock as much as you want. If you want your stock to be slightly spicy or have ginger, like have a ginger element to it, then you can add a little thumb of ginger, or you can add some different kinds of spices like coriander and star anise and all that sort of, like, you can start getting the Asian flavors in the stocks. Here we're just going for a little bit of a classic stock, like a very, very classic flavor profile. Okay, so I'm just going to cover this generously with water. Okay, so the reason why I've covered the stock generously is I'm going to bring, firstly we've got to find space for the vegetables, okay? So obviously they need to be submerged. We're not going to add the vegetables until we've skimmed off the stock, okay? Skimming off a stock, you need a ladle, as the Aussies would say, skim off the scam. Oh, the cat's come to say hello. Wants to go in the chicken stock. And the dog's here. It's like a jungle. So whilst we're making stock, we also make
chicken broth coffee.
Salute! I don't really wanna feel. Okay, so look, we've got all this stuff that's the scum. It's all like the proteins on the outside, all the nasties. Just gonna give us a cloudy stock, okay? So we're just gonna skim that all off.
Can you use the scum for anything?
No fucking hell, you donkey.
What? It's just dirty, it's just dirty.
Okay, so that's what you want to take off. And now what we'll do is we will add in our veggies, our vegetables. It's important to do that before you add the veggies, because then we'll add in some thyme, some peppercorns, and that is something that we can leave ticking around. Ticking on, we can put the lid on, or you can keep the lid off, whatever you want to do. But that's something we're going to leave ticking over for a couple of hours. 3 hours on low. You can leave it in the oven overnight on 100 degrees, just if you don't have time, if you know. We can leave that just ticking over, low, 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 low and slow, okay? So what you don't want to do, this is a lesson, if the pan's too hot, you see the oil smoking straight away, chuck the fucking oil out the pan and start again. If the oil's too hot, it's going to taste burnt, smoky, like burnt. How I'm meant to cook without soul. So I've got the breastplate on the chicken. The little, gonna give it a bit of protection. Anyway, okay, so skin side down. Cook that nice and slowly until the skin gets crispy, okay? If you want to, you can be fancy and add like a little weight to it. You can just put like a little lid onto, like a small lid or a little plate, or just not at all. You can just cook it without a weight. Freebie, yeah! Okay, so you want to be cooking this on a gentle heat to get crispy, okay? Medium to low heat. Just a medium heat. This is just going to be for the chicken sauce, okay? So I'm just going to take that into each mushroom into eights, okay? So one chicken breast, I'm going to do 5 mushrooms. This is another example of this lovely little petty knife from Form working its magic. Obviously with the mushrooms we lose a lot of moisture from these. A little bit more colour. What you can just do here, base the top of the chicken. Just get that underside cooking already. It's very simple, you don't really need to touch the chicken too much. Just start it colouring on the underside. Okay, turn that chicken over. You've got lovely crisp breast now. So that. Okay. New logo. ATB. Okay, so butter in. Let that butter brown up. 1 smashed clove of garlic in with the butter. A little bit of thyme. Smells outrageous when you do that. Just we want to lightly brown the butter. Okay. Okay, then all we're going to do on this tray, lift the chicken breast out, place it on the tray, pour over the butter and the garlic.
Then now just zip that in an oven, 150. Oh, fuck me.
Okay, so chicken's gone in the oven. In the same pan that we're cooking the chicken in, we're going to finish our sauce, okay? Mushrooms in the pan, okay? Nice and hot. We're just going to saute those until they get a nice bit of colour. Add in some garlic. Bit of chicken stock, not the one I made just now because that's still bubbling away. It's got a few hours to go, but one I made yesterday. You see it's got that lovely gelatinous effect. So we've got the mushrooms cooking down nicely. We're going to go touch of salt in with the mushrooms, a little bit of black pepper, garlic, a little bit of minced shallot as well. So I'll show you how to do it nice and quickly. So very fine mince of shallot. What we're going to do now is just tip those mushrooms out, touch more oil. We go in with the shallot. Okay, so you got that finely chopped shallot. Beautifully, look, it's melted down straight away. Nice and soft, that's all we're after. In with the garlic, exactly the same. Okay. Back in with the mushrooms. All right, so we've got shallot, garlic, mushrooms. Lovely few bits of this thyme. Pick thyme in there. And we just touch of whiskey. There we go, we just set that on fire. Whoa! Just gonna set the fire alarm off. Okay, so whiskey cooked off, straight in with the chicken stock. Okay, so a good ladle of chicken stock. And we're gonna turn the heat right up, get it ripping hot. Take the chicken out of the oven. Chicken out of the oven. Okay, let that rest. Sauce coming along, got to reduce it right down. Okay, so crème fraîche for the sauce and a bit of mustard. We've got some Pommery mustard here. To finish this, little spoon of mustard. Some crème fraîche. So we can turn that right down now. Crème fraîche. Oh, that's good. Okay, so we got the chives. Take the hardy ends off. And we'll just mince these very fine.
Finish
cut aluminium, nice and fresh. Finish with some lovely little bit of lemon juice in here. Lift that sauce. We've got whipped, we've got reduced crème fraîche, we've got lovely mushrooms fried. Right, now time to carve the chicken. Okay? So take that bone off at the back. Straight in the stock. Just keep going with that stock. That's what we're looking for here. Lovely, beautifully cooked chicken. That knife needs to go to the doctor. Yeah, 1 second. No, it's lovely chicken. Hot plate. Okay. Covered with that beautiful mushroom sauce, all made in one pan. Okay. We cook this in one pan. Chicken and the mushrooms. One pan, one dish. We have retained all the flavour in one pan as well. Now, all that chicken roasting. And just add in the roasting juices over the top and the brown butter for an elite finish. That is chicken and a mushroom sauce. Claudia! Oh, look at that. I mean, the chicken just looks delightful. It's perfectly cooked. Mushroom sauces. That is the bomb. Classic cookery. Meat's cooked to perfection. Delightful. See you later, Harry.